Molly is so enthused by all these groups, meetings, talks, protests. I go along to keep her happy and to satisfy my own curiosity. I just want to work and don't really understand where these radical ideals are going. Are we becoming an entitled democratic elite, just like the Greeks? All I can see is the slaves, which is what we will become, unless we can achieve parity with technology. This social elite makes me laugh, but I play along for Molly's sake. It must be love. In my opinion, the real problems in the world need bigger solutions than all this indulgent blabbering. Facebook and all that it has spawned is in the process of making itself redundant. There needs to be more than just another social network. Surveillance. Them watching us watching them. Oh, this is a nice pun. For those of you who do not understand French, the French word sous means under. So you can say under surveillance. Molly's group of friends are blinded by optimism, or bribed by the profits that playing alone brings them. Sanson will change the game, an emotional resonating megaphone to really get people's attention. This entry was created on May the 80th in 2013. Of what significance are the things you can forget? Henry David Thoreau. There was a book written in the year I was born, which laid it all out. A hacker's Bible, you could call it. Hackers, Heroes of the Computer Revolution, written in 1984. Whatever we do has been done, and whatever we think has been thought. Here are the core principles, written way back then. Access to computers, and anything which might teach you something about the way the world works, should be unlimited and total. All information should be free. Mistrust authority. Promote decentralization. Hackers should be judged by their hacking, not bogus criteria such as degrees, age, race or position. You can create art and beauty on a computer. Computers can change your life for the better. For me, it's a fine line between these revolutionary principles and what the LulzSec anonymous guys are doing, which is criminal. LulzSec was a group of hackers that claimed responsibility for several high-profile attacks. Where do I sit? What am I? I have the same tools as they do. Share their ethos. I can build or tear down and rebuild. What will I do? I do know Sanson will change the game, an emotional resonating megaphone to blow society's cobwebs away. In addition to that, there are 2 articles from the newspaper, which you can see in the pictures. Due to the low resolution, it can be hard to read, so I will read it for you. The articles are real and describing events which were real happened. Occupy protesters celebrate in San Francisco, by Justin Burton. Hundreds of Occupy protesters returned to the streets of San Francisco on Monday to mark the movement's first birthday. In contrast to past protests, however, these demonstrations were more celebratory than angry, more festive than confrontational. The protesters spent much of the afternoon marching around the financial district before rallying outside the former Bank of America headquarters and holding a street party in front of Wells Fargo's headquarters. A smaller contingent of about 75 people then marched to Justin Herman Plaza, site of last year's Occupy San Francisco encampment, shouting, "Welcome home! Welcome home!" and pledging to re-establish the camp even though they had no tents or supplies. "Put it on Facebook! Put it on Twitter!" cried out Zaigam Kabir, 27, a self-described floater who moves from place to place and lived in the original Occupy San Francisco camp. "Tell everyone to come down to the plaza, we're back!" It was unclear, however, how much support there was for a new camp. When one protester called for General Assembly, the group's traditional way of making decisions, others said, "No, let's just party." They strung a banner between two lampposts that read, "Unstoppable, never surrender." But the crowd shrank as the night wore on, dwindling to about 80 people and 4 dogs after 10 p.m. Some homeless people left the plaza when the protesters arrived. The protests began early in the afternoon as about 100 people gathered in Justin Herman Plaza, where they chatted and snacked while small groups demonstrated at the nearby Spear Towers and at banks in the Castro district. As the afternoon faded into evening, the group marched around the financial district, blocking Market Street for more than a half hour before heading to the former Bank of America headquarters at California and Kearny Streets for a 5 p.m. rally. About 300 protesters, some holding signs with messages such as "Foreclose banks, not homes," gathered there and listened to speeches condemning the financial industry and the nation's income inequality. Now the second article. Anonymous hackers breach San Francisco's BART transport website, by Jason Powers. The anonymous online hacker collective broke into a website belonging to San Francisco's public transport body on Sunday after the authorities threatened to thwart an anti-police protest by throttling the city's mobile phone networks. The hackers said the attack was in retaliation for an attempt by the BART, the Bay Area Rapid Transit Group, to stifle demonstrations about the fatal shooting of a man by police last month. Anonymous published contact details of more than 2,000 Bay Area residents apparently stolen from the site, which was inaccessible on Monday morning. The incident is the latest standoff in a freedom of speech battle between authorities and online activists. A separate hacker group last week defaced the official website of Research in Motion, the BlackBerry maker, after the company said it would cooperate with the police investigation into the English riots. In a message posted on the hacked BART site on Sunday, Anonymous wrote, "We are Anonymous. We are your citizens. We are the people. We do not tolerate oppression from any government agency. BART has proved multiple times that they have no problem exploiting and abusing the people." A BART spokesman told local media the FBI and Department for Homeland Security were investigating the attack. He added, "We are going to take steps to make sure our customers are safe. The interruption of mobile phone service was done Thursday to prevent what could have been a dangerous situation. It's one of the tactics we have at our disposal. We may use it, we may not, and I'm not sure we would necessarily let anyone know in advance either way." Anonymous bills itself as fighters for internet freedom. The amorphous group shot to notoriety in December 2010 for attacks on global firms, including Visa and PayPal, after those companies severed ties with the founder of WikiLeaks, Julian Assange. More recently, the collective has expressed support for the Arab uprisings and called on Western communities to rebel against authorities. On Sunday, Anonymous said it sympathized with the riots and looting across parts of England last week. It described the demonstrations as a product of decades of neglect inflicted on your country by various governments.